when you're using formulas in Excel, and especially when you're using nested formulas, which are formulas in formulas. You can use the formula auditing options in Excel. For example, if I want to evaluate each element within my formula individually, so if I want to debug each part of my formula individually, I can use evaluate formula. If I want to check my formula errors, I can use error checking. I can also use trace precedents to indicate which elements impact the outcome of my formula, or I can use trace dependents to indicate which cells are actually affected by my formula. Finally, you can also consult the help function within Excel, which also offers a lot of information on using formulas in Excel. I now go back to the sales order sheet in Excel. I go to formulas, and suppose I want to show all the formulas within my sales order sheet. I can click on show formulas. And as you can see, all the formulas in column G are now visible. Suppose I want to sum up my sales amounts in cell G2. I can enter equal to sum and select column G. If I now want to trace back the precedents, I can click on trace precedents. And as you see, there is an arrow from column G to cell J2. If I click on trace precedents again, then I see that sales amount depends on quantity and unit price. Suppose I have multiple formulas within my sheet, then I can use trace precedents and trace dependents to get more insight on the dependencies between my formulas. To remove the traces, I just click on remove arrows. If I have a formula which contains a lot of nested formulas, for example, if I want to calculate the discounted sales amount based on the number of units sold, and suppose that I have a 25% discount in case the number of units sold is greater than 4, a 15% discount in case the number of units sold is greater than 3, and a 5% discount in case the number of units sold is greater than 2, then I have this formula. If I now want to evaluate this formula, I click on evaluate formula. I now click on evaluate. And as you can see, I evaluate the first condition, which is 4 greater than 1, which is true. So I go to the next part. Is E3 greater than 2? E3 is 4, so it's 4 greater than 2. Yes, true. E3 is 4, so it's 4 greater than 3. Yes, true. Is E3 which is 4 greater than 4? No. False. So I get the value false. The value false is 220 times, which so 220 is the sales amount, times 0.85, which is 187. And I get final result 187. So I can use the evaluate formula to step into each of my nested formulas and calculate my final result.